back to the channel. Today we're going to be comparing the BMW X3 to the BMW 5 Series Touring, so stay tuned for this video. So if we start off with the X3, in the rear we've got 550 litres of boot space, seats folded, we've got 1600 litres. If we move over to the 5 Series, we've got 560 litres of boot space and 1700 litres of boot space with the seats folded. Both have electronic tailgates. I like how the rear lights on the X3 look like an X in the middle, and the back of the 5 Series more traditional BMW looks with the L's. Then sporting the 5 Series gets dual exhaust, that kind of trapezoidal, and the X3 they've kind of got circular shaped exhausts. So you join me inside the 5 Series. Straight away you've got the lower dash, a huge bonnet in front of you. The tech inside is very similar to what you get in the X3. You've got the heated seats, reversing camera, digital display, the mood lighting, high quality material throughout the cabin. You've got the panoramic roof in this car which helps with daylight. But jumping in straight away, it doesn't feel any different really from the X3. It's styled a little bit different. You've got different door handles here and the door bins kind of go towards your knee a little bit. But everything's just as well built and high quality as you get in the X3. I'll pull off, this being rear wheel drive. Just be careful in the ice and snow, but pulls off seamlessly just like the X3. Same 8-speed gearbox, same engine, 190 horsepower, 0 to 60 I think 7.2 seconds in this, and I think it's 7.3 or 4 in the X3, so they're really near makes no difference, it's same. Visibility at the front, very easy, nice, relatively short, thin A-pillars even. You are aware of the size of this car. It does feel like a big boxy car, and you've got a huge carving its boot behind us. If you look behind, it just seems to go on forever in comparison. I'm just maybe used to the size of the X3 and I've jumped in this today. But side by side driving, they're very similar, both riding on 18-inch alloy wheels. The X3 is a little bit more comfortable, I would say. I can just feel that. This definitely feels like it picks up a little bit faster when you put the foot down. It definitely feels like a little bit more of a jolt. When you're moving off, it feels a little bit faster, initial acceleration. But with regards to comfort and bouncing around, I think the X3 is slightly softer sprung, even in the Sport package. Don't get me wrong, the 5 Series is a big, comfortable car, but just side by side, I think the point goes to the X3 for comfort. Driving engagement, we're in sports mode, less body lean and body roll, definitely in the 5 Series, lower centre of gravity, so that point for driving dynamics goes to the 5 Series. MPG is 46.6 in the 5 Series, and today I've been getting 46.8 in the X3, so nears makes no difference, MPG is going to be the same, so you're not buying one for efficiency over the other one. Both got great cameras as well. Everything tech's the same. Say, hey BMW.
Hello, what can I help you with?
Play Clyde 1.
Clyde 1.
And it puts onto the radio station just like the X3, so that's the same. But in and out, 5 Series feels a little bit sharper to drive, but really there's not too much in it. So you join me inside the X3. I apologise, it's a little bit dark, it just gets very dark very quickly. But you immediately sit up a little bit higher in the X3 than you do in the 5 Series, being an SUV. Similar to the 5 Series, we've got the big long bonnet stretching out, a BMW trademark. X-Drive there, helping us get through the icy road without any issues. I like the fact you get a nice long view at the front, being raised up higher, but you don't really have too much in compromise with regards to fuel economy. Both getting 46 odd to a gallon, 46.6 now, was 46.8 earlier. Same driving modes, same engine, 190 horsepower, 2 litre diesel, 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds. I will say that the X-Drive definitely helps with regards to snow. The ABS isn't kicking in just as much on these icy side roads, but comfort is just next to none. It's so comfortable. It's as comfortable as the 5 Series is. The X3 just, it seems to be slightly more softly damped, going over the bumps, potholes, things like that. Both are M Sport, both are riding on 18-inch alloy wheels. I think pretty much the same rim design. And just this car's just set up a little bit softer, bouncing around the roads. You do feel a little bit of body roll around the corners. Put the foot down. Put the foot down. Power comes on quite quickly. I did feel like it took off a little bit quicker in the 5 Series. Not sure if that's a weight thing, a dynamic thing, or just how the engines are set up. That car's got 8,000 miles on it, this car's got 3,000 miles on it, so could be something to do with that. I think the suspicion is to do with aerodynamics and maybe the weight of the X driving this car, but there's really not too much in it, driving dynamics wise. Both stop really well, both are a luxurious car to be in. So in the X3 you've got amazing mood lighting, got the same hexagonal trim being the M Sport. Got a little bit of black gloss plastic, same there. There's not too much differentiating the interior between the X3 and the 5 Series. Auto lights. The door bin's slightly different, it's a bit more flat instead of coming into the driver's footwell. In the X3, but again, material quality very high. I have noticed there's a difference between the keys. They've both got the M Sport logo on the side, but the 5 Series is all silver and the X3 it's black. It's just a little interesting thing I noticed there, but they do the same thing. Lock, unlock, boot release and lights. And both cars do come with automatic tailgates, which is handy. So you join me in the back of the 5 Series in comparison to the X3. I noticed that you're seated a little bit low, your bum goes down a little bit, but it's nice and deep, so you've got plenty of thigh support in the back here. Width, it does feel a little bit wider than the X3 I would say. You do obviously sit lower, but there's plenty of greenhouse and the panoramic sunroof definitely helps. I like the little bit of storage, you've got the airplane style pocket, and overall it's nice and spacious, and it's probably a little bit more comfortable back here for passengers, but if you were loading child seats all day, then I would say the X3 is probably a little bit better because you're that little bit higher off the ground and you're not bending down into the car. Here's the back of the X3, as you can see, seat base a little bit shorter than in the 5 Series. Footwell a little bit more going on because you've got the higher transmission hump for the rear, but knee rim's good. There is no airplane style pockets, which is a bit annoying for passengers, but we do get charging ports again, USB-C down there, climate vents in the back. If you can, when the engine's on, you can control the temperature, direction of airflow. Same as the 5 Series, little cup holders. And overall, nice premium car feeling, and we've got a little X embossed in the emblem there to remind you it's an X vehicle. I'd say the rear cup holders a little bit easier to get in and out of in comparison to the 5 Series there, but I do miss out on the storage. And if you're a mum or a dad who had seats in, I think the little bit of raised ride height is going to be easier. And as you can see, it's those little flaps go in for the child seat, and the seat itself isn't as deep, so there's not as much knee room. I'm 5'11" as there is in the 5 Series, just coming straight out of that. There's not the same amount of knee room, but it is a nice quality place to be, and you do get a good view from the view out front. If it was myself specking it, a glass roof just to help lighten up the dark black cabin. So in conclusion, between the BMW X3 and the BMW 5 Series Touring, what car's right for you? Well, as you've seen, due to economy, they're very negligible. You're going to go for the X3 if you want the height, maybe raising to get kids in and out, get the child booster seats in, it's a wee bit higher, which is ideal. If you want the most kind of load space, definitely go for the 5 Series. As you've seen, it's got 100 litres more with the seats folded. Ideal for dogs to jump in and out of. Technology is pretty much the same, they are spec sensitive, so it's really down to individual spec of the car. As you've seen, both have got the new gauges, they both got, you can speak to the BMW, and technology in it is incredible, and quality's there or thereabout. It's really down to driving preference. And if it was myself, I would go for the X3 just because I like the higher riding position, so you can see more out when you're on the road. But at the end of the day, it's really up to you, and there's not really a bad option between them. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this comparison video anyway. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this BMW X3 versus BMW 5 Series Touring video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel below, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao!